Hello, everyone, beautiful people. I've spent a lifetime standing in rooms like this, looking into the eyes of people who know deep down that they were made for something more. But somewhere along the way, you got stuck. You bought into a version of yourself that's less than who you were meant to be. And I'm here to tell you changing your mindset, it's the game changer. The power of belief. Listen, the one thing I've learned is that it's never about what the world says about you. It's about what you say to yourself. You see, when you change your mindset, you're not just changing your thoughts. You're changing your life, because what you believe about yourself is where your power lies. If you believe you're limited, that's exactly how you'll live. But when you shift that belief, when you know that you're capable of more, watch what happens. The doors you once thought were closed start opening. That's the power of belief. Mindset and limiting beliefs. So many of us are walking around with these limiting beliefs. We tell ourselves, I'm not good enough, or I could never do that. But honey, let me tell you something, those stories, they're not real. They're just stories you've been telling yourself for so long, you forgot that you have the power to rewrite them. When you change your mindset, you're rewriting the narrative. You're saying, I can do this. I am enough. I'm worthy of everything I desire. From fixed to growth mindset. Now, I know some of you might be stuck in what we call a fixed mindset. You believe that where you are is as far as you'll ever go. But I'm here to tell you, baby, that's a lie. You can grow. You can change. A growth mindset says, I may not know how yet, but I'm willing to learn. It says, I may fail today, but failure is just another stepping stone to success. It's the mindset that takes you from feeling stuck to feeling limitless. The role of self-talk. Oh, and let's talk about that inner voice. We all have it, that voice that whispers, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough. Who do you think you are? Let me tell you, that voice can be loud. But here's the thing, you control the volume. You can choose to turn it down. You can replace it with a new voice that says, I am worthy, I am capable. I can do this. Changing your self-talk is one of the most powerful shifts you can make. That's where the magic happens. Overcoming fear and doubt. I've faced fear and doubt at every stage of my life as part of the journey. But here's what I know, fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal that you're about to grow. When you change your mindset, you stop seeing fear as something that holds you back. Instead, you start seeing it as a sign that you're about to step into something greater. It's not the absence of fear that defines success, it's your willingness to keep moving through it. The connection between mindset and success. Look around at the people you admire most, the ones you think have made it. They didn't get there by sitting in a fixed mindset, did they? No, they got there because they believed that even when things got tough, even when the world told them no, they kept going. Success is not about never falling. It's about getting back up every single time and knowing that setbacks are setups for comebacks. The power of visualization. You have to be able to see it before you can achieve it. I'm talking about visualizing the life you want, the success you dream of, the person you know you can become. You have to feel it in your bones before it becomes reality. When you change your mindset, you start to see yourself in a different light. You start to believe in possibilities that once seemed out of reach. Mindset shift, life shift. And let me tell you something, when you change your mindset, everything shifts, your career, your relationships, your health, your peace of mind. Changing your mindset is the game changer because it's not just about thinking differently. It's about living differently. You start to see that the limitations were never real, they were just in your mind. Closing. So I want to leave you with this. You have the power to change your mindset, and in doing so, you have the power to change your life. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are whoever you choose to become. And the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the story you're telling yourself. So change the story, shift your mindset, and watch as the world shifts with you. The one thing I've come to understand in my own life and through the lives of countless others I've witnessed is that what you believe about yourself creates the foundation of everything. Your belief system is like the blueprint of your life. It shapes how you show up in the world, the choices you make, and the opportunities you either seize or let pass by. If you believe you can't, it doesn't matter how much potential you have, how many doors are open for you, you'll find a way to close them. You'll find reasons to stay small, to stay hidden, to shrink back into the familiar. But if you believe that you are capable of something greater, if you truly believe in your power, you'll see opportunities where others see obstacles. You'll find a way even when there seems to be no way. Belief is more than just positive thinking, it's a deep, unshakable knowing that you are deserving of the life you want. It's understanding that your current circumstances don't define your future and that your potential isn't fixed. It can grow. You can become more than you ever imagined, but it starts with believing that it's possible. That belief isn't about waiting for external validation or for someone else to tell you you're enough. No, it's about you deciding for yourself that you are worthy, that you have what it takes. Because let me tell you, if you don't believe it, no one else will. You see, what you believe sets the tone for what you attract into your life. Your energy, your actions, your attitude, they're all dictated by that inner belief. If you walk into a room believing you belong there, people respond to that energy. If you approach your dreams with the belief that they're within your reach, you'll find the courage to take the necessary steps, even when the path isn't clear. But if you carry doubt, if you approach your dreams with hesitation, that's exactly what you'll get in return: hesitation, resistance, missed chances. The most successful people, not just in business or career, but in life, are those who believe that they are worthy of success. They don't wait for the world to affirm them. They don't let the noise of criticism drown out the quiet voice inside that says, "You can do this." They know that belief is the seed that grows into everything else. Without it, no amount of hard work, no level of talent, no stroke of luck will be enough to sustain you when the challenges come, and trust me, they will come. But here's the truth: belief isn't something you're born with. It's something you can cultivate. It's something you can choose. And when you change your mindset and decide that you are enough, that you are capable, the world around you begins to reflect that belief. You'll start seeing opportunities where you once saw only limitations. You'll begin attracting the right people, the right circumstances, the right resources to help you get where you want to go. This is why changing your mindset is such a game changer. It's the catalyst that sets everything in motion. When you truly believe in yourself, not just on the surface, but deep down in your soul, you become unstoppable. It doesn't mean that life won't challenge you, it will. But belief gives you the strength to keep going, to rise after every fall, to trust that you're on the right path. Even when the road gets rocky. So let today be the day you start believing in your own power. Let today be the day you decide to change your mindset. And watch how your life begins to change with it. Because, my friends, what you believe, what you truly believe, has the power to create a future beyond your wildest dreams. There's a profound shift that happens when you decide to stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and instead start seeing yourself as the author of your own story. Life can be hard, no question about it. We've all been through moments where it feels like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, where the pain, the setbacks, the disappointments are so overwhelming that it's easy to fall into the mindset of a victim. It's easy to say, "This is happening to me," to feel powerless, like life is something that happens without your input, without your control. But the truth is, staying in that victim mindset is a trap. It keeps you stuck. Keeps you reliving the same patterns, replaying the same stories, and ultimately keeps you from stepping into your power. The moment you choose to shift from victim to victor is the moment everything changes, because being a victor isn't about pretending that bad things don't happen or that life is always fair. No, being a victor means you recognize that while you can't always control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond to it. You can decide that your challenges won't define you. You can decide that the setbacks you faced aren't the end of your story, they're just a chapter, and you have the power to write the next one. When you move from victim to victor, you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow from this?" That shift in mindset transforms everything. It takes the power away from the circumstance and puts it back in your hands. You're no longer at the mercy of life's ups and downs. Instead, you become an active participant in your own destiny. You realize that every obstacle, every failure, every heartbreak is an opportunity for growth, for strength, for resilience. You begin to see that the very things that were meant to break you are the same things that are building you into the person you were meant to be. And let me tell you, when you shift into that victor mindset, people notice. Your energy changes. You start showing up differently. You're no longer looking for sympathy or validation from others because you found something more powerful within yourself, the belief that you are capable of overcoming anything. You become a magnet for new opportunities, new relationships, new possibilities because you're no longer weighed down by the story of poor me. Instead, you're standing in the truth of watch me. But let's be clear, this transformation isn't easy. It requires a deep, honest look at. Failure is one of the most misunderstood concepts in life. From a young age, we're conditioned to see failure as something negative, something to avoid at all costs. We're taught that failing is a sign of weakness, that it means we're not good enough or capable enough. But in reality, failure is one of the most powerful tools for growth, and it's an essential part of any journey toward success. The problem isn't failure itself, it's how we define it. When we change the way we see failure, we change the way we live our lives. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone to it. Every person who has ever achieved something great has experienced failure, and not just once, but over and over again. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is their relationship with failure. People who succeed don't see failure as a dead end, they see it as feedback, as a lesson. Each time they fail, they gain new information about what didn't work, about what needs to change, about how to improve. They don't take failure personally. Instead, they use it as fuel to keep moving forward, to refine their approach, and to grow. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone to it. Every person who has ever achieved something great has experienced failure, and not just once, but over and over again. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is their relationship with failure. People who succeed don't see failure as a dead end, they see it as feedback, as a lesson. Each time they fail, they gain new information about what didn't work, about what needs to change, about how to improve. They don't take failure personally. Instead, they use it as fuel to keep moving forward, to refine their approach, and to grow. Redefining failure means seeing it not as a reflection of your abilities or your worth, but as part of the process of becoming better. It means understanding that failure is temporary, that it's not a label or a final destination. It's simply a moment where things didn't go as planned. And from that moment, you get to choose how you respond. You can let it defeat you, or you can let it shape you into someone stronger, more resilient, and more determined. One of the greatest lessons failure teaches us is humility. It reminds us that we're human, that we don't have all the answers, and that we're still learning. And that's okay. Failure invites us to step back and reassess, to question our methods, to innovate, and to push ourselves beyond what we thought we were capable of. Gratitude is one of the most transformative forces in life. It's easy to get caught up in what's missing, what's not going right, or what we don't have. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to focus on lack, to strive for more, to never be fully satisfied with where we are or what we've achieved. But when you shift your focus to gratitude, everything changes. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from frustration to peace, and from resentment to joy. It's not about ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is perfect, but about choosing to see the blessings even in the midst of difficulty. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment. So often, we're chasing after the next thing, the next goal, the next achievement, the next level of success, and in doing so, we forget to appreciate what we already have. When you take a moment to pause and truly reflect on all that you've been given, you begin to realize how much there is to be thankful for. It's easy to take the small things for granted: your health, your relationships, the opportunities you've had, even the air you breathe. But when you make gratitude a daily practice, you start to see that these small things are the foundation of a fulfilling life. Gratitude also has a way of shifting your energy. When you focus on what you're grateful for, it's almost impossible to stay in a negative mindset. It doesn't mean that you won't have challenges, but it helps you navigate those challenges with a sense of perspective. Instead of getting lost in what's going wrong, gratitude helps you remember what's going right. And this isn't just about positive thinking, it's about creating a mindset that allows you to see possibilities even in tough times. When you're grateful, you're more open to solutions, more resilient in the face of obstacles, and more willing to keep moving forward. Moreover, gratitude is a magnet for abundance. The more you express gratitude, the more you attract into your life to be grateful for. This isn't just a feel-good idea, it's a reality. When you're in a state of gratitude, you radiate a different kind of energy. You're more appreciative of the people around you, more connected to your purpose, and more in tune with the opportunities that come your way. Gratitude creates a sense of fullness, of having enough, and that energy attracts more joy, more success, more peace. One of the most powerful aspects of gratitude is how it changes your relationships. When you express gratitude for the people in your life, whether it's your family, your friends, your colleagues, or even strangers, it strengthens those connections. It reminds you to appreciate the support, love, and kindness you receive, and in turn, it deepens the bond you share with others. Gratitude has the power to heal wounds, mend relationships, and bring people closer together. Change is one of the most inevitable parts of life, yet it's something many of us resist. We often cling to what's familiar, to what feels safe, because stepping into the unknown can be uncomfortable, even scary. But here's the truth: growth and transformation happen on the other side of change. When you learn to embrace change, instead of fearing it, you open yourself up to possibilities and opportunities that you couldn't have imagined before. Change is the gateway to evolution. It's how you become the person you're meant to be. The world around us is constantly shifting, and trying to hold on to the past or stay stuck in one place only limits us. We can't grow if we're not willing to let go of the things that no longer serve us. That might mean leaving behind old habits, outdated beliefs, or even relationships that are keeping us from moving forward. Embracing change means accepting that what got you here might not be what will get you to the next level, and that's okay. It's part of the journey. One of the most empowering realizations is that change doesn't just happen to you, you can create it. You have the power to initiate change in your life when you know that staying the same no longer serves your highest potential. When you embrace change, you stop seeing it as something to fear and start seeing it as a tool for transformation. It's the catalyst that pushes you out of your comfort zone and into new levels of achievement, new relationships, new perspectives, and new experiences. Change isn't always easy, and it's natural to feel uncertain or even anxious when facing it. But every significant moment of growth in life comes from stepping into the unknown, from daring to do something different, from being willing to take a risk. When you shift your mindset to view change as an adventure rather than a threat, you begin to welcome it as part of your evolution. You start to see that with every change comes the potential for something greater, something that will challenge you, teach you, and ultimately elevate you. Embracing change also means letting go of control. Sometimes we resist change because we want things to happen a certain way, or we want life to follow a specific path. But life doesn't always go according to plan, and that's not a bad thing. Some of the most beautiful transformations happen when things don't work out the way we expected. When you learn to flow with life, to adapt to new circumstances, and to trust that change will bring new opportunities, you move with greater ease and grace. You stop holding on to what was and start embracing what is, and that's where the magic happens. It's also important to recognize that change often brings growth in unexpected ways. Sometimes the changes we experience aren't what we wanted or anticipated, but they end up being exactly what we needed. Whether it's a career shift, the end of a relationship, or a new challenge, these moments shape us in ways we never could have predicted. Embracing change means having faith that everything you go through is preparing you for what's coming next, even when you can't see it yet. Ultimately, embracing change is about trusting the process. It's about knowing that change is not the enemy, it's a necessary part of your journey. It teaches you resilience, flexibility, and the ability to adapt, all skills that are essential for navigating life's ups and downs. When you stop resisting change and start embracing it, you find yourself not. The concept of growth versus fixed mindset is one of the most powerful ideas when it comes to personal development and success. It's not just about intelligence or talent, but about how you view your potential and the challenges you face. A growth mindset is rooted in the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and persistence. On the other hand, a fixed mindset is the belief that your talents and abilities are set in stone, that you either have them or you don't, and nothing you do can change that. When you operate from a fixed mindset, you're more likely to shy away from challenges because failure feels like a reflection of your worth. You avoid risks and stay in your comfort zone because stepping outside of it might expose your limitations. People with a fixed mindset often believe that if they don't excel at something right away, they never will. This can lead to a fear of trying new things, an aversion to feedback, and a tendency to give up easily when faced with setbacks. But a growth mindset changes everything. Instead of seeing failure as proof that you're not good enough, you see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. You understand that effort is the path to mastery and that skills are developed over time through dedication and perseverance. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges because they know that's where the real learning happens. They don't shy away from hard work and they don't fear failure because they recognize that every misstep is simply part of the process. A growth mindset also transforms the way you handle criticism and feedback. When you believe that your abilities are not fixed, you welcome feedback as a tool for improvement rather than taking it personally. Instead of becoming defensive, you become curious. You ask, how can I use this to get better? And that's where real progress begins. You stop viewing mistakes as setbacks and start seeing them as stepping stones on the way to success. But a growth mindset changes everything. Instead of seeing failure as proof that you're not good enough, you see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. You understand that effort is the path to mastery and that skills are developed over time through dedication and perseverance. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges because they know that's where the real learning happens. They don't shy away from hard work, and they don't fear failure because they recognize that every misstep is simply part of the process. A growth mindset also transforms the way you handle criticism and feedback. When you believe that your abilities are not fixed, you welcome feedback as a tool for improvement rather than taking it personally. Instead of becoming defensive, you become curious. You ask, how can I use this to get better? And that's where real progress begins. You stop viewing mistakes as setbacks and start seeing them as stepping stones on the way to success. One of the most important distinctions between these two mindsets is how they affect resilience. People with a fixed mindset tend to give up easily when things don't go their way because they believe that failure reflects their lack of ability. They think, I'm just not good at this, and they move on. But with a growth mindset, you're far more likely to persist in the face of adversity because you know that the struggle is where growth happens. You don't give up because you believe in your capacity to improve, even if the journey is difficult or takes time. This difference in mindset doesn't just apply to academics or career success, it impacts every area of life. Whether it's in relationships, health, or personal development, the mindset you adopt determines how you approach challenges, how you handle setbacks, and ultimately how far you'll go. In relationships, for example, someone with a fixed mindset might believe that personality traits are unchangeable, which can lead to frustration and conflict. But a person with a growth mindset believes that people can evolve. That communication and effort can lead to stronger, more fulfilling connections. The beauty of the growth mindset is that it fosters a love of learning. When you have a growth mindset, you're not driven by the need to look smart or successful in the eyes of others. Instead, you're motivated by curiosity, by the desire to stretch your abilities, and by the understanding that the journey is just as important as the destination. When you take action, you're making a commitment to yourself and to your goals. It's a declaration that you believe in your vision enough to put forth the effort to achieve it. This belief is powerful. It fuels your motivation and drives you to overcome obstacles that might otherwise deter you. Every small action you take builds momentum, creating a ripple effect that propels you forward. It's like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first, it's small and slow, but with each roll, it gains size and speed, becoming unstoppable. One of the biggest barriers to taking action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us, keeping us from moving forward. But here's the thing, fear is a natural part of the process. Everyone feels fear at some point, especially when they're stepping out of their comfort zone. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is how they respond to that fear. Instead of allowing fear to dictate their choices, they acknowledge it, but then they take action anyway. They understand that feeling afraid doesn't mean they can't do something, it simply means they're stretching their limits. Taking action also fosters a sense of empowerment. When you actively pursue your goals, you start to see the results of your efforts. This creates a positive feedback loop. The more you act, the more you achieve, and the more motivated you become to keep going. You realize that you have control over your life and that you're not merely a passive observer of your circumstances. Each step you take reinforces the belief that you can create the life you want. You become the architect of your destiny rather than a bystander waiting for things to change. Additionally, taking action is how you learn and grow. No amount of planning or preparation can fully prepare you for the challenges you'll face along the way. It's through action that you gain real-world experience, discover what works and what doesn't, and refine your approach. Every setback becomes a learning opportunity, every mistake a lesson. The more you act, the more you adapt and evolve. You build resilience and resourcefulness, equipping yourself with the skills and knowledge necessary to navigate future challenges. Moreover, taking action often leads to unexpected opportunities. When you put yourself out there and start pursuing your goals, you open doors you didn't even know existed. You meet new people, discover new ideas, and find paths that you might never have considered if you'd stayed stagnant. The universe tends to reward those who are willing to step into the unknown and take risks. Action creates momentum, and momentum attracts more momentum. It's the law of attraction in its most powerful form. The more you act, the more opportunities seem to come your way. However, it's essential to remember that taking action doesn't have to mean making giant leaps. It can start with small, manageable steps. Sometimes the thought of taking significant action can be overwhelming, leading to analysis paralysis. But even the smallest action can create movement. It could be as simple as setting a goal, making a phone call, or dedicating 10 minutes a day to your passion project. Each of these small actions can lead to larger changes over time. The key is to start, no matter how small the step may seem. Finally, accountability plays a crucial role in taking action. When you share your goals with others or seek out support, you create a system of accountability that encourages you to keep going. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who inspire and motivate you can make a significant difference. They can provide encouragement, share. In conclusion, the journey of transforming your mindset is a powerful and deeply personal one. As we've explored today, changing your mindset is not merely a mental exercise, it's a game changer that impacts every facet of your life. By recognizing the power of belief, shifting from victim to victor, redefining failure, focusing on gratitude, embracing change, and nurturing a growth mindset, you set the stage for profound transformation. Your inner dialogue plays a crucial role in this process, influencing how you view yourself and your potential. Taking action is the essential bridge that connects your dreams to reality, and it empowers you to take control of your life. Remember, the road may not always be easy and challenges will arise, but it is in those moments of struggle that you discover your true strength. You have the ability to shape your narrative, to turn obstacles into stepping stones, and to create a life that reflects your aspirations and values. So, as you leave here today, I urge you to embrace this journey wholeheartedly. Choose to believe in your potential, take bold steps forward, and cultivate a mindset that propels you towards success. The power to change your life lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. Go forth, embrace your journey, and remember the greatest transformations begin with the simplest decision to change your mindset. Thank you.